Good morning, everybody. Got your coffee? I got mine. Speaking of coffee, thank you for the coffee money, Miss Vera Sledge. I appreciate you, sis. Thank you. It's a good cup, too. I need more, so that was right on time. One thing my husband and I always need more of is coffee. We can never seem to have enough coffee. I'm always buying coffee and water, man. Anyway, I'm running a little bit behind today, but I am never going to be so far behind where, I'm going to be late. I'm one of those people, I'm always on time. I'm always on time because, for one, I know how to be accountable for myself. And two, I think that when you run late, I think that being on time, maybe I should say it this way. Being on time to me is a way that you show other people that you respect their time. I think that being late is rude. I do. And excuse me, not only will people be rude, be late and be rude, but when you set up the boundary that you're not going to wait for a late person, they start gaslighting you. Like it's your fault that they're late. I can't tell you how many people. I used to do like a lot of Facebook marketplace meetings, and one of the things that I always make clear before we even get going is that I can't wait for you if you're going to be late. Because there are people they'll be anywhere from, say, 5 minutes late to 20 minutes late. 20 minutes is a lot of time when you get to be my age. It is. But even when I was a young lady and going to work, I was never late. I was never late. It's rude. It is. Fight me, but it's rude. It is. And if your mamas and daddies ain't never taught you, here we go, ain't never taught you better than that, this is your auntie telling you, it's rude. We've gotten away from manners and dignity and respect and having good character, Now, accountability, that wasn't something that I was always taught. I had to learn personal accountability in therapy. 10 years of therapy will teach you accountability. And as a consequence of that, let me tell you, one of the people that the kind of person that I can't stand is a person that will not take accountability for their actions. Just always got an excuse. It's never their fault. From the simplest thing to the most complicated thing. They can never just take fucking accountability for shit. For nothing. Because I am a nice person, I do work in my community. I was an activist, I've done a lot of self-correcting in therapy, and I'm a nice enough person, But because of that, the one thing about being a nice person is that people will always test your gangster. They will always test your gangster. Because not only am I a nice person, but I've been court ordered to anger management 3 times. There is an old version of myself that I had to work out. But people will always test my gangster. It doesn't matter how nice you are. They want you to be nicer if it is going to benefit them, and they don't care how much of your energy that they are demanding. From something as simple as when someone asks me a question that they can Google. Like, you're looking at me right now, and there are people that'll get in the comments, maybe not in this video, but in other videos, and they want to know about the conversation. And again, that is a big thing with me, because I come from a generation that we didn't grow up with the internet. We had dictionaries and encyclopedias and, syllabuses and, thesauruses. We had books. We had these buildings called libraries that we had to go to, walk to, take a bus, have your parents drive you to. And y'all have information at your fingertips, and you take it for granted because it's always been there. And then when somebody tells you, hey, Google it, y'all act like I said your mama or something, or I spit on you or something. When really all it is just a boundary. It's just a boundary. It's just me saying, hey, I have put in all the energy into this video that I'm going to put into it. And if there's anything else you would like to know or you need to know for your own self, educate your own self. I've given you enough context clues so that you're not sitting there in the comments looking stupid, asking a question that I'm not going to answer. Maybe somebody else will answer it. But for you people that do that, because you have this narcissistic tendency to prove how smart you are to the rest of the world, that's the reason why half of America is as stupid as they are, because y'all always giving them an answer, and that might not even be the right answer. But y'all are not great with boundaries. And you know what? And I am someone who, again, therapy will teach you boundaries. And it will teach you how to respect your own personal boundaries. And I will set a boundary, and people will want me to disrespect my own boundary. And then when you won't do it, the way y'all get the gas lighting and getting so upset. I had a young lady yesterday. I guess she wanted to see just how nice I was. You know, we do this community curbside library and pantry. And she goes, I'm really in need, but I don't have a ride. And she left it there. She asked without asking. And I didn't like the way that she asked. And the way that she asked, I mean, I would have told her no either way, you know, but still, I didn't like the way that she asked, not asked. And so, because I am one of those people, when I want an answer, I'm going to go look for it. So I looked through all her group chats, all her group information in the group. And it's, can somebody bring me washing powder? Can somebody help me? Can somebody take me to work on Monday? Can somebody take me to work on Tuesday? These are the users amongst us. No matter how much you give, they always gonna need more. And the reason why they always need more is because they always scamming, and they never trying to do things the right way. They never trying to go about shit the actual right way, which is why they will never have shit in life, and they will always be begging and pleading to have their ends meet. Because they not willing to put in the work, and they not willing to do right by people who are actually willing to help them. My address, I put my address on the post so that people know where to go. It would have took her 5 seconds to Google my address and see how incredibly far from her I was. And she wanted me to stop monitoring the community pantry, drop everything that I could be doing, because she don't know what I'm doing, pack her up a bags and bring it to her and a Pookie she got in her house, because I saw that too. What I said to her was, we're open today until 5 p.m. Tomorrow we'll be open again from 9 to 5. I actually opened earlier than that, but I opened around 7. But I opened 2 hours earlier for this community, to make sure that this community is served, has the ability to be served first. Then we close up about 5 o'clock when it's still a little daylight outside, because we don't want to encourage people around or on the property in the evening hours. So I told her, I said, but we'll be open again tomorrow from 9 to 5. Hopefully by then you will have worked a ride out for yourself. She blocked me. I wasn't surprised, because that perused through her, it already let me know what kind of person she was. There are lots of people like that amongst us. And there are lots of different ways that people will try to get you to disrespect your own boundaries. They will do it all sneaky and slimy and scammy like her. And then you got people that'll smile in your face and they'll be so nice, and they'll pretend to be a nice person too, while asking you to accommodate them. I am as nice as can be, as long as it is convenient for me to be so. I refuse to use up energy that I don't want to use. And a lot of you need to be told no more often. A lot of you need to go to therapy. Because where you're learning how to respect your own boundaries, put boundaries in place, and respect your own boundaries. The flip side of that you're not understanding is you're not learning how to respect the boundaries that other people put in place. You get met with the boundary that another person puts up, and then you got an attitude about it. Fuck you got an attitude for? A no is a no. If a win is a win, a no is a no. And nobody has to explain their no's to you. If someone says no, accept the no like an adult, a fully formed adult with your frontal lobe closed, and move the fuck on. I had a friend over on TikTok. We were cool. We were both in sync pretty much politically. And one of the boundaries that I have in place is that no one can DM me. I hate that. People will DM you just to have a personal conversation with you. And when you are one person and you've got like 30, 40,000 followers, if I answered every DM, I'd be doing nothing all day long. Nothing all day long. And for an introvert, the last thing I want to do is talk all day long. I ain't doing that shit. So all my DMs are off because people don't understand what boundaries are, you know, and what should be a DM and what shouldn't be a DM. So they're off. And so I gave them my phone number. Every day. They called me every single day almost. Barely gave me a day off. I tried a couple times because I like this person. They explained to them, look, I'm an introvert. I don't do all of that talking on the phone. I don't talk to my kids every day. And I gave birth to them. I don't talk to my kids every day. And I don't know. I mean, this person, they were married. They had a best friend. They had a sibling that came around a lot. But for some reason, they always seem to want my energy. And so I had to finally say, look, I need you to chill out. I need you to chill out. And then when I finally had that hard conversation with them, because I tried to have a couple of nice ones, then when I finally just put that boundary in place and I was like, look, I don't want to talk to nobody every day. I don't want to talk to nobody every day. Then you know where it went after that? It went to, oh, well, my husband and I will be in North Carolina soon, and we wanted to know if you and your husband wanted to meet up. Hell no, we don't. You talk too damn much. I'm straight. Learn not only how to respect your own boundaries, but learn how to respect the boundaries that other people put in place. Take your ego out of it. Take your ego out of it, because don't nobody owe you shit. Not their time, not their energy, not their attention, not an answer to your question. Nobody owes you anything. Learn how to respect boundaries. They work both ways. It's not just the boundaries that you put in place, but it's the boundaries that others put in place. And they 100% have the right to do that. That's the end of my TED Talk and morning coffee chat. If you'd like to buy me a cup of coffee, I'll put my Venmo and my Cash App down in the comments. As always, I will put the link to the wish list for our library pantry, which is doing wonderful community work. Just sitting there, just doing the work for the people. I'll put that link down in the comments. Y'all have a good day and happy Sunday.